On today's episode, we are looking at the next mainline title in the Sonic series, Sonic Forces. Sonic has had a resoundingly good year this year with the release of Sonic Mania in August, but can Forces keep this trend going? I'm cautiously optimistic it can. Running on a refined version of the Hedgehog engine, aptly named the Hedgehog Engine 2, the game goes back to the gameplay style of Sonic Generations, modern Sonic 3D levels that utilise the boost mechanic, and 2D classic Sonic levels that emulate the Genesis titles. Forces, however, throws into the mix a third gameplay style where for the first time you get to create your own character that Sega are calling the Avatar, with a base of 7 different animal templates you can customise in a variety of different ways that each have a unique ability, as well as a grappling hook at their disposal that allows them to perform a homing attack. They can also make use of something called Wispons, wisps that first appeared in colours except in the form of various weapons like a drill or an electric whip. A new online feature called Rental Hero will also give you the option to temporarily rent other player created characters for you to switch between and help you out in stages. Some missions will utilise team-based gameplay where both Sonic and the Avatar will occupy the mission together, alternating control between the two, Sonic when boosting and the custom character when using Wispons for example. They also connect together at points to perform unique moves like a faster double boost. You can unlock a lot more customization options for the Avatar by simply playing through the game, which should give some nice replayability outside of the usual collectibles and trying to obtain the higher ranks. When it comes to the plot, Forces goes down a much darker route than usual, potentially the darkest since Sonic 06, although hopefully with much better execution. Dr. Eggman for a change has managed to defeat Sonic with the help of a new powerful villain known as Infinite, leaving the world in ruin and Sonic mysteriously disappearing for a time as a result, allowing Eggman to take over entirely during his absence. Under his control are also villains from previous games like Shadow the Hedgehog, Metal Sonic, Chaos and Zavok, making this the toughest situation Sonic has had to face so far. Led by Knuckles, Sonic and Co form the Resistance, an army of familiar characters to attempt to put a stop to both Eggman and Infinite. However, they only have 3 days to do so before their plan is accomplished. Without giving away any spoilers, there is also the possibility that the story of Sonic Mania connects to Forces based on the game's true ending, serving as a precursor. At least that's how it seems and what many have speculated. The game, like most in the series, features some great music, this time by sound director Tomoya Otani, who's worked on many of the previous games, from Sonic Adventure 2 to Sonic Lost World. The game also features guest appearances from a couple of rock bands, with the game's main theme Fist Bump written and performed by vocalist of Hoobastank, and Infinite's theme by Danger Kids. Positives aside, let's cover a couple of the potential worries people have had with the game based on footage, with the first being the linearity of levels in the modern stages. That honestly isn't something I personally see as a concern. Both Generations and Colors were of the same nature and were great in my opinion. The second is the times where the game takes control away from the player for small cinematic moments or quick time events. They appear to be incredibly brief, so provided not too overdone, I don't see it being particularly damaging to the gameplay, but we won't know until launch. Speaking of launch, there will be free DLC on day 1 that will grant the ability to play as Shadow in 3 exclusive levels that serve as a prequel to Forces, giving insight into Infinite's origins and the fate of Team Dark. It's also worth noting that Shadow is playable across 10 of the modern Sonic levels. For pre-orders there are 5 costumes for the custom character based on other Sega games, Jet Set Radio, Persona 5, Puyo Puyo, Super Monkey Ball and finally Knights. Sonic Forces releases on the 7th of November for the PS4, Xbox One, PC and Nintendo Switch, with 4K support for the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X also, although the native resolution hasn't been confirmed. It goes without saying that the Switch version will be the weakest graphically and potentially performance wise, though it has a major advantage of being completely portable, which is definitely something to take into consideration as it's a great feature. Let me know if you're picking up Sonic Forces come November 7th and on what platform. Although I really love the classic nostalgic trip of Mania, I'm looking forward to jumping into a potentially great 3D game in the series again, and I hope it at least lives up to what Generations accomplished. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and maybe think about subscribing to see more content just like this. Click the thumbnail on the left or right for more Sonic related videos. Thanks for watching as usual, and I'll see you on the next video.